Tim Black. Look, man, I got Ajamu Baraka here. Ajamu, how you doing, man?
I made it. Man. I know now that I'm somebody.
Oh, man, I'm somebody now.
No.
I was telling Justin that I've talked to you twice. Neither time was in person. Yeah. And last time we spoke, I said, man, I want to talk to you when you come to D.C., and here we are, man. So look. And look how clean my brother is. This is clean.
Well, you know, I'm trying to be like you.
I appreciate that. Ajamu, you gave a very spirited speech. Moved the crowd. I heard the young lady at the end say, "It's like I'm in church."
Because to vote for Hillary Clinton is becoming quite obvious. Is to vote for war, and people in this country are tired of war.
Well, Tim, you know, this is critical. I mean, you know, we're in this race to win, but we also have to look at objective realities, and there's a good possibility we might not win. So we are telling people that if that is the case, there's another objective, and that is if we're able to get at least 5% of the popular vote across the country, that puts us in a much stronger place to be able to really contend, you know, to be in a place to effectively represent the millions of people who are now supporting us. Because the polls say we have 4.5% or so. We think more. But when you translate that into numbers, we're talking about millions of people. So we want to get that 5%. That means we have automatic ballot access for in most of the states across the country. It means we get access to and become eligible for public funding. So we are in a much stronger position to carry out our responsibility, our opportunity to really represent the growing numbers of folks who don't have a real voice now. Because if you don't participate in the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, then where do you have an oppositional voice? And we're saying that now you have the Green Party. So to the degree that we can be prepared to, in fact, be that voice and be effective, the better for all of us.
Now, let's say you get to the 5%. What are the plans during the off season? You know, a team is only strong as how they do in practice. Mm-hmm. So what will you be doing between now and, say, 2020?
Well, you know, I'm glad you asked that question because in a real way, there's no off season. Mm. You see, we don't just emerge every 4 years with a national run. The national run, we get some degree of visibility. But we have folks who are running at every level of government. We have folks who need to be prepared for those runs in between the national runs. So we are committed to spending the next few months, next couple of years, in building and strengthening the apparatus. So, you know, we have plans beginning the first part of 2017 to, you know, build our party schools and to organize our state meetings and our regional meetings, to deepen the skill level of our folks, to continue to connect up with the growing social movements, because we understand that, you know, for us to be able to contend for power, we have to have effective structures. And that means constant and persistent organizing and development.
One last thing, Ajamu. President Obama has been making a real push towards the African-American community. They realize that if Hillary doesn't get the black vote and get those numbers up, because it looks like she's not even doing as well as Obama did, or nearly as well, in 2012, forget 2008.
Especially in the African-American community, I will consider it a personal insult, an insult to my legacy, if this community lets down its guard and fails to activate itself in this election. You want to give me a good send-off? Go vote!
So, do you have a message for African Americans who are afraid of Trump and they're kind of apprehensive and they're listening to Obama? Can you cut through the noise a little bit about the importance of social justice as it pertains to the Green Party and what you stand for?
Well, we say that we have to acknowledge that people are concerned about Trump. There's no question about that Trump represents a very dark and dangerous forces. But we also say that we have some dangerous forces congealing on the Democratic side. And that we have to understand that no matter who wins, if Donald Trump wins or Hillary Clinton wins, we have to continue to struggle. That, you know, the kind of neoliberal trickle-down economics is not going to end with the election of Hillary Clinton. That, you know, we see that even under Barack Obama, we haven't seen a reduction in the number of these deaths of black men and women at the hands of some of these police forces. We see that the Clinton folks are committed to that strategy of permanent war. So, you know, we have the same kinds of conditions. I mean, they're not going to empty the prisons if Hillary Clinton wins. You know, they're not going to enact the kind of jobs, emergency jobs bill that we need to deal with the astronomical unemployment rates we have among young black folks in these urban centers. So, you know, for us to be able to exist and survive and advance, we've got to continue to organize. And so we have to build an oppositional force. So the only question for us is, where will our allies be? And so it seems like our allies, if Clinton wins, they're going to continue to be asleep, to be quiet, because we know we have to fight. The question is, where will folks who say that they are in solidarity with us, where will they be?
Where will they be? Thank you very much, Ajamu. Very big pleasure meeting you, sir.
Yeah, same here. Like I said, I'm somebody now. Now that I'm with Tim Black, you know, I appreciate it.
This guy's all class, Thank you, Ajamu. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True.